Alright, today I'd like to tie a red-tailed dowdy longleg. The hook I have in the vise is a size 12 dry fly, and we're going to use Danville 6/0 black thread. We're going to start right here wrapping our thread, and just going to wrap a thread base down here to the back of the bend of the hook. And then we're going to snip that tag end off. We're going to tie down some red barbels for the back of the tail. I'm going to get about a little over a dozen. Going to place them off to the side of the hook, because that way when you wrap them up over, it winds it right up over the top for you, and then it's right where it needs to be. And there you got a nice tail right there. And we'll bring a wrap right there, one wrap underneath them and pull up. It'll help hold up on them. Going to leave some of that on there. It helps build up a nice body, so we'll just bring our thread back to the front, wrapping that down, and then we'll just come right back up to the back of the tail where we left off there. We're going to tie in, at this point we're going to tie in two of the legs, which is, if you see there, it's black pheasant tail. So we're going to try to tie one in on this side, one on each side. Here you got your one tied in. There's the other one. So what we're going to do now is clip this tag end right there off. Come down and wrap these down so that way they're in there nice and snug. Our next step is going to be the body of this fly is going to be yellow floss, and you don't have to make it really fat. So we're going to tie in our floss now. Make sure that's in there nice and snug. And then I have some small French tinsel. It's oval gold. That's what I'm going to use for the ribbing on this fly. From that point, now we can just bring our thread all the way back up to the front of the hook, and we're going to stop about an eye length away from the eye. And then we're going to take grab a hold of our two things of yellow floss here, and we're just going to try to start off with nice even tight wraps. And we're just going to work this around the hook the whole way up. Trying to keep it nice and tight. And then we're also going to stop that about a eye length away from the front. We're going to make sure we get this wrapped down pretty good. And then we're going to snip off that tag end. Then you come back, grab your tinsel. And we're going to just bring that straight up the shank of the hook in spiral turns. Come in here and clip that out of there. Now at this point in the front of this is where we're going to tie our last 3 legs in. Try to tie one on each side, and this one here we're going to try and make this one go on the top. Try to pull my legs around a little bit and make sure they're going in different directions. I apologize if this video is not the best quality. I do not have a very expensive camera. And this is my first time putting a video on Tie and Fly. I happened to ask Jim to tie this because this is a pattern that I had gotten before I started tying. My wife had bought 3 of these for me, and I took them out and used them, and I caught a lot of trout off of them in around July. That's how I caught my first palomino off of this. Then you're going to try to place your other one right at the top. Gotta watch you don't trap those legs down. Then I got myself a piece of whiting hackle. That'll be our next step, and you want to always keep their concave end facing towards you. And you want to get your hackle pliers. And just make some nice even turns, one in front of the other. Now at this point we're going to lock this down. Give it a turn or two so it don't come undone. Got a couple barbs sticking out the front, but nothing big. We can fix that. I always like to make sure mine's secured so it doesn't come undone when I'm working with it. Go in there and snip that out. And then I'll put one or two half hitches. Try to push that back a little bit. Next step, we're going to grab the whip finish. One, two, three. I usually put 4 whip turns on mine, just to make sure. I like to have a nice solid fly. It's not going to come apart. Try to move my legs around a little. You can kind of adjust the legs where you want them to be. And there you have a red-tailed daddy longleg. Very, very good fly to use during July, the month of July. Like I said, I used them before, and they're definitely hot. If you watch this video, I thank you for watching it. It's my first one, so kind of be easy on me. Sorry if the quality isn't the greatest. Thank you, and have a good day.